Good evening, good evening. Here we are on a Monday night, and we finally got a little bit of rain. It was short lived, which is to me the best kind of rain you can get. When you have, I think it was like maybe 15 minutes of just straight downpour. Got my lawn a little wet. And that's what we had yesterday too. So that's 2 days straight of just like this quick downpour, and then it's over, and now it's back to blue sky. So much needed rain, but it wasn't enough. I'm sure we could have gotten more. But I hate when we have days of all day rain, and we have not had one of those in forever. So I'm thankful in that regard, but I can't believe I'm calling for some more rain here in Ohio because we usually get way too much. But my lawn looks like absolute shite. So for those of you who own homes, there's something great, at least for me, when owning a home, about owning stuff and taking care of it. And one of those things is my backyard. I love when my backyard looks nice and cut and fresh and good. Doesn't look that way right now. So it's a little disappointing, but what can you do? I don't want to be spending extra hundreds of dollars watering my lawn when you have people in Africa who have no water whatsoever. I remember my dad. That was one of my dad's. Rest in peace, Pops. It has been actually 3 months since my father died, which is kind of crazy. But one of the things he always used to say, I call it a rationalization. In counseling, we call it a rationalization. You can call it reframing as well, but it's ultimately like a coping mechanism or an excuse. And it's interesting because coping mechanisms or an excuse can be things that are very true, but they're still, when you overuse them to not deal with the situation at hand, that's why it's a bad coping mechanism. So whenever anything would happen, I would say something or complain about something, or if he complained about something, he'd be like, well, at least we're not starving in Africa. And I'm like, that may be a true statement, but that's not good. If that were the case, then you could never feel bad about anything that happens in your life because it's most likely never going to be that bad. So there's a perfect case of counseling, Captain's Counseling Corner for you, which we haven't done anything on that in a long time. But for those of you who don't know, there is a whole playlist of Captain's Counseling Corner. Talks about friendships, talks about other things. So go watch those if you want something or a break from the musical endeavors that we do here. Nonetheless, I'm going to shut up because we have 6 songs on our hodgepodge today. And I'll be honest, I'm looking quite forward to this hodgepodge because these are the winners. Let me check this to make sure. But these are not the winners. I'm sorry. The winners are coming up next Monday or next Saturday. Or no, the 27th Saturday. This is just a basic hodgepodge of people that, they wanted to put together. And I think Scott K is going first for us. So let's see what he has to say for you guys. I can't remember. I think maybe I'm having a brain fart, or maybe I'm getting confused with the actual. I think the set that I said the theme had to be was something balls to the wall for my gym playlist. But that is not this. I was getting them confused at the beginning. But okay, so he says, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well tonight, and we all want to say, Scott, we also hope that you're doing better because you have been talking about not feeling too great. So hopefully, as you're hoping that we're all doing well, please update us in the chat how you're doing for today, if it's still on the mend or if you are going to be going to the hospital sometime soon. For this hodgepodge, we are trying something slightly different. We will be having a themed hodgepodge, and we'll see how successful it is to determine if it's something we should do again in the future. And it's not the theme that I was thinking of. The theme for this set is Allow Me to Introduce Myself. Basically, every band or artist presented tonight will make their channel debut, okay? The goal is to get people interested in different music and ignite their spark for music discovery. I hope that everyone can find at least one new band or artist to enjoy from tonight's set. So let's get started. And yeah, why am I going to try to pronounce this? Because this is terrible. The song, I believe, is called Ornament. And the band or person is called Isbjorg. It's Isbjorg, whatever the fuck that is. He says, I bet most of you are expecting me to bring you more blast beats, growls, and epic headbanging breakdowns, but I don't wanna. Today, you're getting a math rock band from Denmark. Interesting. This band does a really good job of weaving complex instrumentation while still remaining catchy and easy to follow. Hope you enjoy. So here we go. Let's get into it. Cool. So far, it's just that same note over and over again. I'm digging it. Scott showing his sensitive side. Nick says Katy Perry debut. I'm digging this. It's kind of just like a ballady almost. Isbjorg. Is that how you say it? Isbjorg. Sounds like kind of like an indie rockish feel. What was that one band? It was like El Pastor. Sounds like the band that wrote that song, El Pastor, which I think was on one of my top 40s. Ooh, cool bass part. Nice. This could go on a playlist. Keeps like this, but we'll see. Tranquility. Yeah, what was that band? Why am I missing the band? I'm pretty sure the song was called El Pastor. Or was that the band name? Can somebody look that up in the Excel doc? Speaking of the Excel doc, this part's a little interesting. Join us over at our Discord and get into the Prague Battle tournament that we're in. Yeah! Where's Pyramid, by the way? Is he still bitching and moaning about people ripping each other off? I definitely dig this. And it did change from that same note that was happening at the beginning. And no growls. How's that possible? I think Scott is just trying to get us a possible... Nice stop there. Scott's trying to get a possibility of a Casey Kasem's top 40, I think, in this choice. And that must be it. All right, so far I'm going to say 1 for 1 on our little hodgepodge here. Short, to the point. Little ballady, had some musical things going on, but I wouldn't consider this like technical. And I was expecting, just like everybody else, I think, that Scott K was going to turn in something heavy. But I do want to find out what that band's name was. I really do. Let me check. Because nobody else checked, and I felt like this band sounded very, very similar to that. So let's do El Pastor, I think is what... Delta Sleep. Yes, the band's name was Delta Sleep, and the song was called El Pastor. So I was right about that. That song very much reminded me of that style and that in that vein, which pretty sure that was 2022. I think that song maybe made the top 40. I'll have to check that later. But nice one, Scott. That will probably go on a playlist. I'll have to listen to that again. Next up, we have Mr. Adrian Widener. Let's hear what Mr. Adrian Widener has to say. Let me get back to make sure I'm in the right mode and I'm picking the right people. Yes, Adrian is next, and he says this. He says, my song for the Hodgepodge is called Sirens by Olly Steele, featuring Adam Benjamin from Aviations. Nice. Olly is the ex-guitarist from the band Monuments. He's a super talented player, and Adam's voice is a perfect fit for his guitar style. Fucking badass song. We'll determine that, Mr. Adrian. Okay, this has a very Idola feel, that guitar specifically. Does he have curly hair now, or is that's the same singer for Aviations, right? Is that the singer, or are we talking about somebody else from Aviations? Because his hair looks totally different. His voice sounds like him, that's why I think it's the singer, but he's got that curly hair going. So does Aviations feel like he's cheating on him? Damn, this is gonna be tough. I like that first song, but I'm kind of digging this one better. I like that guitar kind of chords going back and forth. Is it a wig? That'd be funny if it was. Doesn't look like it. I like that like ride cymbal pattern. And I love this dude's voice. Well, hey, Scott, I really like it. It's close to this one. This definitely has an Aviations feel, even though it's not Aviations. Not just because of the singer. Not as technical, though. Yeah, they're kind of similar. This one's a little more technical than the last one. It sounds like Ryan's on his period. Make sure you tell Ash you're ragging there, Ryan. Ragging Ryan. That's bad. That's going to be a nickname. I'm going to call you Ryan when you're pissy. Raggin' Ryan. Red Raggin' Ryan. Dude, this is tough. Ooh, like this part rhythmically. By the way, I haven't checked the Discord. Who's winning? Someone should take it. Like this build here. And that is the end. Ew, this is a tough call. Yeah, this is a tough call. I think I'm going to have to make... I think overall... this is a tough call. I think I'm going to go with 2-1, but that could easily change when I listen to it again. Because this is like right in my memory because I just listened to it and I kind of am already forgetting about the first song because of it. They're similar in vein. They're in the same ballpark anyway. This one has a little more bouncy technicality to it. But I did like both of them. So maybe when I listen to the tracks again for a second time on my second listen, maybe I'll change my mind, but we'll just have to see. They're pretty close. All right, so thank you, Adrian, for a good one. That'll probably go on a playlist as well. Up next for us is Mr. Colin, who's probably sleeping tight right now. I don't know what time it is there in England, but I'm sure Mr. Blimey has to get some sleep, especially when you have a family and kids. He says, I had a really tough time choosing which band to pick for this set. Do I go traditional power metal? No! Do I go for something more experimental and out there? More than power metal, yes. How about some country music for Scotty K to enjoy? Definitely. In the end, I probably settled for power metal. In the end, I settled for a relatively recent discovery. Scott K turned me on to a genre a while back called epic doom metal, okay, which is doom metal with power metal-esque vocals. And I went down a bit of a rabbit hole for a bit and discovered this band called Prime Creation. Now, this band's first two albums were fairly typical US PM, but with their third and most recent album, they injected an element of doom metal into their sound, and that's where I picked this song from. Written during the pandemic, this album is down-tuned, somber, and much heavier than typical power metal, but still has enough elements to be considered power metal, just about. Hope you guys enjoy it. So this band is called Prime Creation, and the song is called My Last Farewell. Here we go.
This could be my last goodbye. The last time I may write. I'm not afraid.
Interesting.
To go. Making my way to the light. Life is flashing now before my eyes. Hope someone will find my writing. Damnation.
Can't wait till the doom chords kick in. It could be pretty cool. Because right now, I was expecting cheesy singing. Ooh. Digging this. Love that. Damn. You guys are picking some good songs tonight for this hodgepodge, yo. Now we got a little electronica going on. Ryan's blowing up the chat. I love that this is like halftime. Ooh, I love those chords. They just sound full. singing. I was expecting power metal singing. Thought I was gonna ruin the doom feel, but it's not at all. I would say so far this is a good combination. The question is this going to go ahead of 2 and 1 or after? Because 2 and 1 are essentially the same for me. Just going to see where it goes. If it stays like this, I think he said this is 6 minutes, the song. If it stays like this for 6 minutes, it's probably going to go last. But it's good. Like the doom power metal November rain. Nice. Trying to think. I think this will go on a playlist, depending on how long it feels after this. I will arise. I will give back. Is that what he said? I'm digging this, man, a lot. Yeah, it's starting to get on the long end, but I think we're 5 minutes in at least. Not as much change or interest in this, so I'm going to put it last, but good song. This is a good song, Colin. Certainly better than a lot of the power metal stuff you pick. All right, so glad that ended, because if it would have gone on longer, I think for sure I would have been like, it's going downhill. But I think that was a good mix of the power metal vocals, supposedly, and that doom. I thought the riffs were tasty and chunky and wonderful. Just didn't think I liked it as much as the first two songs. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. But you never know. When I listen to it again, maybe I'll, since I know it's coming. We'll see. All right, let's see who is next. We're going right through here. Next on our list is Mr. Michael Herman. He says, for this hodgepodge with Scott K, I had trouble finding something that was new because I wanted it to be from a country other than the ones we usually listen to. I wanted a new experience for everyone. Scott introduced me to doom metal. Oh, we got two. That's funny. The first two songs were very similar, and now I guess these two songs are going to probably be very similar, maybe minus the power metal singing. And I find it very appealing when I'm in certain moods. I found this song interesting because it incorporates Chinese folk music with doom metal. So, Scott, you might want to take a bow. Literally, you have two people on here who have put inspiration from you songs on here. So, go ahead and take a bow, brother. Okay. Now, Chinese folk. I want to hear what that's going to sound like. Oh, did I not say? Oh, he doesn't say. Oh. Fuji. I think it's Fuji, and the song is called Left. Fuji. Fuji. And the song is called Left, I think. No, I honestly didn't see that. Chinese for me is easier to pronounce or guess at than, you know, Norwegian and shit like that. German. Okay, it sounds kind of low. Hello? Hello. Okay, I think we're back. I like the flanger on the. Is that the bass or is it the guitar? He didn't put the band title or the name in the actual content, so that's why. It was in the subject of the email. I wasn't trying not to say it. Yeah, I don't hear the folk yet. I mean, maybe a little bit, but... Man, I feel like tonight we're like in a chill mood, I guess. Everyone picked these like sombering songs. Interesting. Ryan likes this one first. Don't think I do, but it is pretty like Definitely a relaxing. This could be a campfire song, maybe. Ooh, did you hear that? Yeah, this definitely got a little interesting. Sounds like Strong Bad. Nice. This is like the tale of two songs for me. I don't think this part's bad at all. It's just not my favorite. Is that it? Okay, so I would say the song of the tale of two songs for me, the very first part, the first half, I was like digging it. Like this is going to go on a campfire thing, and then it kind of went a little folky nuts. But not like bad, like it did make me go, oh my gosh. It was just different. And yeah, I would say the recording of it was not the greatest. So it didn't really keep the interest as good as it could have if the... although, you know, folk music is going to have to be a little kind of, it's not focusing on the sound quality as much, in my opinion. So, wow, Michael, what kind of playlist is that song on for you, Michael? Tell us. Yeah, just interesting. All right, so we are down to 2 more songs for our Monday night hodgepodge. This one is from Mr. Jason Gentry, who, yes, I did get your song. I'm pretty sure I did give you a thumbs up when you said you turned it in, or something like I received it. He says this: while trying to find a band for this hodgepodge, my first thought was to look for a new symphonic metal or prog band, but either I couldn't find a vocalist I liked for symphonic metal that didn't sound like all the rest of what we listened to, or in the case of prog, one we hadn't already covered. So I decided to dig through my mental back catalog of bands I listened to, which could be different in general, and out popped this band. I don't know if you guys will recognize them or not, but I want to keep it a surprise, so don't say the name till either someone guesses it or it's the end of the song. Okay, so here is... Got a little funkiness going on. Anybody know who this is? Let me turn it up. It's a little low. There we go. Oh, looks like someone ska. All right, Adrian looks like he guessed who it was. What the hell is Head P? Head P. What's it stand for? Ooh, nice how it went back into this. I've never heard of these guys, but it does sound like something that would come out of the early 2000s. I like that. I like this better than the last song, so I'm already going to judge it, but I don't like it as much as the first three. What could be better than a...
Tell me, who can control the flood? No one. Where are the angels? Nowhere. Where's the honesty? Nowhere. Where's the compassion? Nowhere. Who knows the truth? No one. Who will believe in me? No one. Who will stand by me? No one. Who will fly with me? No one.
Ooh, yeah. Michael, you can't leave. No, I forbid it. Get your ass back in here. Stop having a wank to whatever new hot guitarist you like. Just like that. What could be better than what? Swata? What's a swata? Nothing could be better than a swata. Oh, a swan dive. Definitely some rage going on here. Oh. And it ends abruptly because he did a swan dive into the asphalt, probably. All right, so yeah, I think I like that one more than the fourth song, but definitely not more than the first three. So that's where we're at with that one. But that was short and sweet, which we always like. And that brings us to our final song of the night. And who other than to grace us, which by the way, that was HED in parentheses, P.E. I don't know what that stands for. And the song was called Swan Dive. So here to wrap us up is none other than Mr. Para, who was gifted this song by Mr. Adrian. So everybody give Adrian a golf clap for Mr. Para. If this actually ends up on Casey Kasem's Top 40 2024, everyone remember this is a gift from Adrian. Which I think, Para had like 3 or 4 songs on the last 2023 that were all gifted to him. Okay, so he says this. Let me get to it. In the wake, I think is, did you write this when you were high, Para? In the wake of Opeth no longer making progressive death metal, many fans sought to fill the void, and luckily we have a couple good Opeth-inspired alternatives. I think it's Ancients, is that how you say it? But it's got one extra I, so I don't know if that would change the pronunciation of it, of Ancients. Hasn't had a release in over 8 years, so I was really excited when I saw this new song release, so this must be a new song. This is Ancients, or Ancients, Melt the Crown, to finish us off tonight. Nice. Are we talking ballad here, or is this going to go into... so far. Sounds like what happened? Sounds like Bon Jovi. It's like a Bon Jovi opening. So far, I like it. It's got kind of like a... They're choosing... Lydian scale, isn't it? If it stayed like this, or kind of stayed in this vein without growls, this might be my number one, but surely Para has stumped us. This is supposed to be kind of Opeth inspired. Yeah. Definitely like the feel of this. Yeah, Ryan, I can feel that Macedon touch. Digging this. This could be a gym song. Let's see if the growls are enough to ruin it or to make it good. I can actually picture Paris singing this in the bus when he's on his way to work. And then recording it and sending it to someone. So, for the growls so far, we'll see how much they consist of the song. Nice little bendy there. Yeah, I can feel the Opeth inspired-ish stuff here. The song started out really strong, but it's lagging a little bit here for me. But it had a very, very strong opening. song started out really, really strong. It's just not been keeping me for the rest of it. But I do like it better than 5 and 4, so this is where I'm going to stand right now. Is that the end? Wow. Ooh, that's tough to say because with such a strong start, I think overall I'm rather disappointed in that. Not like I thought it was a bad song. I think it's a good song. I've got it in my middle. I should say middle bottom. I don't think that would go on a playlist as of now. That first beginning was very, very strong and very hopeful, but it just kind of meandered a little bit for me. Maybe it's because we've listened to 5 other songs before this, but I was just kind of like, where's this going? It was a typical song. It was good. Wouldn't say I disliked it. I wouldn't even say I disliked the growls. Growls were not that like interruptive to me. Just not maybe as powerful as I thought it was going to be because of the start. So maybe the start was actually its downfall. There's a little philosophy for you. I will listen to it again, all of these songs, as I always do with my second listen. This song is kind of on the fence, closer to not going on a playlist, but if I listen to it a second time, maybe it will go on a playlist. But I know this, 2, 1, and 3 will certainly go on playlists for me. That rhymed. But I did like that we were tackling today in our hodgepodge a different sort of challenge. So thank you, Scott, for that. We did hear a little bit of new stuff that we wouldn't normally hear on the channel, which I like. And I hope that we do more of that. So let's keep this inspired to give us some different views or different ideas of different songs and different bands that we can have on the channel besides everything that we normally do. All right, so on the schedule, as you guys should know, we have the Ryan Collin dual set number 1 coming up this Saturday, so be around for that. Scott K has his set list coming up on the 22nd, which is a week from today. And then Colin has a set coming up for the old or new set winners, which would be the dual set between Atherva and Jean. And then we have the Colin Crompton set, old or new 12 winners individual songs, which were Scott K, Adrian, Ryan, Don, and Nick. And then we have a couple more sets. And Jean-Francois just finally turned in 2 more sets today, but he didn't turn in the actual sets. He just paid for them. So we got sets coming up, peoples, and you guys are picking up the pieces when Colin leaves. So good job. And we're kind of in the middle to the end of August now. So we are doing well, and we are booked a little bit. Just a reminder, I leave on the 23rd to the 30th, so that Colin Crompton set will be recorded on Saturday the 27th. So keep that in mind, peoples. All right, we will see you all on Saturday. Make sure you vote on the Discord if you have not been there yet, and let's get involved. So, Captain saying, peace out, motherfuckers.